President-elect Donald Trump has appointed Tom Homan as his new Border Czar, tasking him with overseeing what's promised to be the largest deportation operation in American history. It's like they're going for a Guinness World Record, but instead of the largest hairball or longest catnap, it's, well, you get the idea. Homan, the former acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, is the man Trump calls nobody better at controlling our borders. During his previous stint at ICE, Homan was the mastermind behind the zero-tolerance policy that led to family separations at the border. Because nothing says land of the free quite like traumatizing children, am I right? Homan once famously said that undocumented immigrants should be afraid. I'm sure that's exactly the kind of warm, fuzzy feeling the Statue of Liberty had in mind when she said, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free." Meow. Let's talk about the economic implications of this feline frenzy of deportations. The estimated cost of this deportation bonanza? A cool $967.9 billion over 10 years. But hey, who needs healthcare when you can have the world's most expensive game of human ping pong? Economists are predicting a boom in the cardboard box industry as millions scramble to pack up their lives. Who knew Trump was such a keen supporter of packaging materials? But it's not just cardboard boxes getting a boost. We're looking at a potential gold rush for bus companies, airplane manufacturers, and, get this, companies that make those little airplane bottles of booze. Because if you're being forcibly removed from the country, you might as well have a drink, right? And let's not forget the potential 4.2 to 6.8% shrinkage in GDP. It's just a small price to pay for, wait, what are we paying for again? Homan assures us that this won't be a mass sweep of neighbourhoods. Oh no, it'll be a carefully targeted operation to deport millions of people. It's not a tsunami, it's just a very large, very wet, targeted operation. It's like saying you're not going to vacuum the whole house, you're just going to suck up everything that isn't nailed down. But don't worry, my friends. Homan has a plan. He's going to deport families together. Because nothing says family values like a group discount on deportation. It's like a twisted version of a family vacation package. Except instead of Disney World, you're going to, well, not here. We're keeping families together, Homan might say. We're just keeping them together somewhere else. Meow. Let's zoom out for a moment. Mexico has already announced plans to build their own wall to keep American real estate developers out. Talk about a plot twist. And Canada, well, they've begun construction on their own southern border wall. Apparently, they're worried about a sudden influx of Americans seeking asylum from, well, America. I hear they're calling it Operation Keep Out the Kooks. This appointment is quite the contrast from the Biden administration's policies. Remember when we thought letting people stay in the country was a good thing? How quaint! Biden's approach to immigration was like trying to put out a forest fire with a water pistol. Trump's solution? Nuke the entire forest. Problem solved. But Homan's not just relying on old-school deportation tactics. Oh no, he's bringing immigration enforcement into the 21st century. We're talking drones, facial recognition, and AI-powered border patrols. It's like Minority Report, but instead of predicting crimes, it's predicting who's going to overstay their visa. Next thing you know, they'll be using giant robotic cats to sniff out undocumented immigrants. You think I'm joking? But in this administration, who knows? Of course, all of this is part of the broader Project 2025, a conservative wet dream of deportations, detentions, and general mayhem. It's like they took 1984 and thought, how can we make this more horrifying? Homan's been a key contributor to this project, because apparently his work at ICE wasn't quite dystopian enough. Meow. Let's not forget the legal challenges that are bound to come flying in faster than a cat on catnip. The Supreme Court is already warming up its gavels, preparing for the legal equivalent of whack-a-mole as challenges pop up faster than you can say constitutional crisis. Previous court rulings have put limits on indefinite detention and family separations, but Homan seems to view these as mere suggestions, like the expiration date on milk. Immigrant rights advocates are, unsurprisingly, not thrilled. Maria Rodriguez, executive director of the Florida Immigrant Coalition, said, Homan's appointment is a clear signal that the Trump administration is doubling down on its cruel and inhumane immigration policies. This isn't just an attack on undocumented immigrants, it's an attack on the very fabric of our diverse society. But hey, Who needs social fabric when you've got a nice shiny wall, right? Speaking of endorsements, I managed to snag an exclusive interview with Homan himself. When asked about his plans, he said, "We're going to make America great again by making it less full." When I pointed out that this might be seen as a tad xenophobic, he replied, "Xenophobic? No, we love foreigners. We just love them more when they're, foreign. And let's not forget the impact on border communities. Towns from Texas to California are bracing for the Homan hurricane. Local economies that rely on cross-border trade are quaking in their boots. Or they would be, if Homan hadn't declared Boots a potential hiding place for immigrants and banned them. Even Elon Musk has weighed in, tweeting, "Tom Homan is the perfect choice for Border Czar. His innovative approach to human relocation is exactly what America needs. Maybe we can use my boring company tunnels to speed up deportations? Thanks, Elon. Always helpful. If you're as bewildered by this rollercoaster of policies as I am, hit that subscribe button. We'll be here, watching the circus unfold so you don't have to. Stay informed, stay sane, and maybe start learning Canadian French, just in case. After all, you'll need to be prepared for the perfect storm of immigration chaos that's coming our way. In the meantime, activist groups are gearing up for protests so loud, even the Border Patrol's drones won't be able to hear themselves think. It's going to be a catastrophe of epic proportions, my friends. Homan's policies have more claws than a cat sanctuary, and they're about to sink them deep into the American dream. So buckle up, Buttercup. The next 4 years are going to be a wild ride. We're about to give new meaning to hit the wall. And I'm not just talking about the one on the border. Keep your eyes peeled, your ears perked, and your claws sharp. This kitty's got a feeling things are about to get hairy. That's all for Meow. I'm Ron de Parmesan, reporting for Newscats.